What's up, Galaxy fans? One UI 7 Beta 3 is here, bringing some exciting new features, fixes, and improvements. Today we're breaking down the latest updates, including changes to the quick panel, new widget options, and more. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so Samsung has pushed out the One UI Beta 3 update, and this is a software version ending in ZXLJ. This brings us new features such as adding the option to switch left and right with the quick panel, as well as adding the 4x1 widgets. We also have a bunch of bug fixes that we're going to go ahead and check out. The actual size of this file is 1272.12 megabytes. It also brings us the January 1st, 2025 security patch. And this is Android 15. This is the One UI 7 Beta 3 update. So we'll go ahead and install this, take a look, and see what's new. Okay, so we just installed the Beta 3 update. We're going to go ahead and take a look here. So the first one we're going to take a look at is the quick panel option. And this is great for left-hand users. So you now have the ability to switch from left to right with the one swipe down. So if I swipe here from the right down, you can see we get our quick panel here. So currently on the other side, if you swipe down from the left, you'll see that you just get your notifications. So if we go ahead and swipe down here, and we'll go ahead and click on the edit button there. And so we have the panel settings up here. We're going to go ahead and select that. So right now, before we just had the separate and together, we now have this option here, quick panel on left side. So you can go ahead and toggle that on. So now if we go ahead and swipe down from the left, you can see that we have the quick panel access. We swipe down from the right, we now have our notifications on that side. So this is going to be really good for people that are left-handed. They can easily just swipe down on the left and get access to all of the quick panel settings. So that is one of the first new features that's been added to Beta 3. The next one we're going to go ahead and talk about is the new 4x1 widgets. So before, when we were adding widgets to the screen, let me go ahead and get a clear screen here. And we'll go ahead and go to widgets. Okay, so it looks like there's just a few apps that they've gone ahead and added the 4x1 to. So the first one we're going to take a look at is the battery widget. So as you can see here, we have a 4x1 widget, whereas before we just had the 4x2. The weather widget also has a 4x1. So if we go down to our weather, get down to the weather here, and if we click on weather, you'll see that there is now a 4x1 widget that we can actually add in there. And as you can adjust this as before, and it will adjust to the different sizes on the screen. I believe there is also the YouTube music widget got a 4x1 edition. So let's go ahead and go to YouTube Music. And if we go into YouTube Music, yes, there is a 4x1, whereas we just had the larger and the 2x2 previously. Let's see if YouTube got one. YouTube has a 4x1. So it looks like we've got 4x1 there. So this is only for some of the apps. Hopefully with the next update, we're going to see some more additions to the applications. Looks like Spotify has a 4x1. So Samsung is making some changes in these updates, so that's really good to see. All right, so next let's go ahead and talk about some of the bug fixes. So one of the big bug fixes that was mentioned is the lock screen always on display status bar battery alignment. So a lot of people were having issues when they're on the lock screen where the little battery pill icon up here would shift when you would go ahead and unlock your phone. So if we unlock the phone, we'll see that the battery widget did not change. You can see that the battery widget is a little bit larger than the Beta 2. So that's also a change that has been made. All right, it's time for gamers to rejoice. The Game Booster now has a default set of 120 hertz scanning rate, delivering smoother gameplay right out of the box. So to get into this, if we go into our Game Booster settings, so we're going to go ahead and swipe up. We're going to find the game option here. So we're going to go into our gaming hub. We're going to go ahead and select the three dots here and go into Game Booster. And inside of the Game Booster, we have these new option here. So gaming motion smoothness, by default, it's set to 120 hertz. So that's going to be really nice, smooth gameplay. So once you go into the game here, let me go ahead and just go into a game. I've got one here. So once you are inside of the game, so this is the Marvel Strike Force. If you swipe from the left here, this is going to open up the game settings. We're going to go ahead and select the game option here. And we now have the ability to, so if we go to our screen resolution and select that and scroll down, we have our changes here that we can make. So we can increase and decrease this. We can now adjust the FPS, so the frame rate is adjustable. So by default, it starts at 20, but we can adjust this all the way up to 60 frames a second. If we go into game optimizations, we can make some changes within there. If we go ahead and let's go ahead and save that. And what that's going to do is it's going to save it, and then it's going to relaunch the application. So we'll give it just a second to relaunch. Enjoy a buttery smooth gaming experience with this default setting. Speaking of gaming, there's also a name change for the FPS settings plus adjustments to the maximum FPS value for even more control. These updates give you greater control over your gaming experience, whether you prioritize performance or battery life. And there you have it, folks. One UI 7 Beta 3 brings fresh customization options, improved widgets, bug fixes, and gaming enhancements. What feature are you most excited about? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for more Samsung tips and updates. See you in the next one.